Thank you all so much for joining me for a 75-minute yoga class. We're going to start with 3 rounds of sun salutations to warm up our body, and then we will hop into like a 70-minute version of 26 and 2 yoga. I really like the 75-minute class. It's like not too fast, not too slow, Goldilocks, just right. So for the sun salutes, come towards the top of your mat with your feet close together. I'm going to stand back and I'll show you in periphery. And you can take a moment here with your arms down by your sides, standing up nice and tall. If you have an intention or a dedication that you would like to set for this class, in Sanskrit we call it a sankalpa. This is your time to do that. Okay, bring your hands together at heart center, and we'll begin with 3 rounds of Surya Namaskar, a sun salute to warm up the body. As you inhale, lift your arms up overhead, look up as if you're saluting, greeting the sun. Exhale, bend your knees, fold forward, arms with your ears, hands to floor, relax your head. Inhale, lengthen into a halfway lift. You can have your hands on your thighs, your shins, or eventually the floor in front of you, back flat. Exhale, bend your knees, hands to floor, shoulder width distance. Push your hands into the floor to activate your arms and step back into a high plank or tabletop position. Actively press the palms down. On your next exhale, look forward and lower down halfway. Inhale, come up into a back bend. You can do Cobra with elbows bent and thighs on the floor, or push into the floor and do up dog with arms straight and thighs off the floor. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up for down dog. Again, pushing the floor away from you. Bend one knee, straighten the other, pedal out your legs, and then lift your heels to the ceiling, press your heels down to the floor. If down dog is not working for you, come down onto your knees and take a child's pose instead. Sink your hips down as you stretch your arms forward. On your next inhale, hands to the floor, look forward, step forward, and lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees, fold, relax your head. Inhale, arms with your ears, root to rise, lift up, looking up overhead. Exhale, hands down at heart center. 2 more. Inhale, lift your arms up, look up. Exhale, arms with your ears, fold. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift, shoulders away from ears, weight in the balls of your feet. Exhale, hands to floor, step back into your high plank or tabletop. If that lowering down motion does not work for you, skip it entirely. Go straight from your plank or tabletop directly into your down dog or child's pose. Otherwise, hug your elbows in and imagine you're pulling yourself to the floor. Inhale, come up into your up dog or cobra. If you're doing up dog, make sure thighs are off the floor. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up for down dog. If you're doing down dog, hug your elbows in a little bit, spread your fingertips wide. Notice if you're pushing your wrists down. Instead, root down through all 28 knuckles. Try to press down the space between your index finger and thumb. Drop your head, look for your thighs behind you, and then lift your kneecaps up. On your next inhale, look forward, step forward, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, relax and fold. Inhale, arms with your ears, hands together, lift up, look up. Exhale, hands down. Last one. Inhale, lift your arms up, look up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold. Inhale, lengthen, shoulders away from ears. Exhale, push hands into the floor, step back into your high plank or tabletop. Keep exhaling, pull yourself down to the floor. Inhale your up dog or cobra. Exhale your down dog or child's pose. If you're doing down dog, for the last down dog, try to get your heels to the floor. You can keep your hands shoulder width distance, but you can take your feet wider apart if that helps you get your heels down. Take an inhale, exhale, inhale, look forward, step forward, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach your eyes, lift up. Exhale, hands down. Wonderful. So that was our little warm up. We will now hop into our beloved 26 and 2 yoga sequence, starting with 2 sets of pranayama, deep breathing, good for your lungs and respiratory system. Come to the middle of your mat with your feet close together, toes, heels touching nicely. Interlock your 10 fingers, cross your thumbs, and glue your knuckles underneath your chin. Rock your weight into your heels. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. You made it to class. Concentrate. Meditate and begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up. Breathe in through your nose. Lift your elbows up. Suck your stomach in. Fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up. Exhale through your mouth. Slowly head back. Stretch your arms forward. Elbows touch. Good. Inhale, chin down. Slowly bring your chin down. Look straight ahead. Lift your elbows all the way up. Breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up. Slowly push your head back. Look way, way, way back for the wall behind you. Arms forward, elbows touch away from your body. Inhale, head down. Breathe in through your nose. Down through your throat to the very bottom of your lungs. Exhale. As you exhale, open your mouth wide like you're fogging up a mirror on the ceiling. Keep exhaling, elbows touch. Inhale, head down. Every new inhale, you want to take in more air than the last breath to expand your lung capacity. Exhale, head up. The more you exhale here, the more fresh oxygen you can take in on your next breath. Push the air out. Inhale, head down. So make this the deepest breath so far. Breathing into the top of the lungs, middle of the lungs, bottom of the lungs, full lungs. Exhale, head up. In our day-to-day life, we don't really use the full lung capacity, but the lungs need to be worked out like any other part of the body. Inhale, head down. This is the last breath in the first set. Make your spine a little longer, elbows a little higher, lungs a little fuller. Suck your stomach in, breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up, take your time. Eyes open, hips forward, legs locked, stomach in. Keep exhaling, push, squeeze, elbows touch. Good, change, arms down. You can roll out your shoulders and head. We'll continue, second set, feet together, interlock your fingers, maybe switch the grip, other thumb, pinky finger on top. Bring all of your knuckles underneath your chin like glue. Squeeze your thighs, squeeze your butt, grow taller out of the base of your spine, and begin inhale, chin down and arms up, breathing in through your nose, lift your elbows up, suck your stomach in, fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up, exhale through your mouth, slowly head back, slowly arms forward, elbows touch, elbows point forward. Inhale, head down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, full lungs. Exhale, head up for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, elbows touch, 1. Inhale, head down. Use the full 6 seconds to inhale. Take in more and more and more air. Exhale, head up. Use the full 6 seconds to exhale. Synchronize your breath with your body movements. Elbows touch, lungs empty. Inhale, head down. So through this breathing exercise, we're starting to create a range of motion in our neck and our shoulders. Exhale, head up. We're working on our lung capacity, and we're also starting to bring our awareness into our body. Inhale, head down. So as you inhale, notice if you're rocking back and forth or side to side. Root down through your heels as you lift your elbows up. Exhale, head up. Weight stays in the heels, hips a little forward, hip muscles contracting, thigh muscles tight, elbows touch. Inhale, head down, stomach, 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 marsha, 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 depression to abdominal wall, contraction to abdominal muscles. Exhale, head up, even as you exhale, abdomen in, shoulders down, elbows up, triceps parallel to the floor. Inhale, head down. This is the last breath. Second set, make it the deepest breath of your life. When your lungs are totally full, surprise yourself. Take in one more sip of air. Exhale, head up. Take your time, let everything go through the exhale breath. Any worries, any cares, let them go. Be here now, elbows touch. Good, change, arms down. We'll continue. Ardha Chandrasana with Padasana, half moon with hands to feet pose, feet together. Inhale your arms over your head, palms together, interlock your fingers, release your index fingers, cross your thumbs, nice tight grip. Stretch up and bend right and left, right and left. Every time you pass through the middle, reach up a little taller. And when you can't stretch anymore, come to stop in the middle. Bring the weight into your heels, push your hips a little forward, squeeze your palms together, upper body back, touch your biceps to your ears. Inhale, breathing, stretch up out of your waist, try to touch the ceiling. Exhale, breathing, absolutely straight line, slowly bend your body to the right. Without bending your elbows and knees, continuously push your hips to the left beyond your flexibility. You're trying to create a tremendous stretching feeling on the left side of your body, all over, inside out, bones to skin, fingers to toes. Just remember, it's the first posture of the day. There is no rush, know where you have to be, nothing you have to prove to yourself, to me, to anyone else. All you have to do is breathe in and out through your nose. Let your breath be your guide. As you inhale, lengthen your arms. As you exhale, come down, push and push and push. Change, inhale to come up, stop in the middle. Press your hips forward, squeeze your palms together, lean back, chest up, and slowly bend your body to the left in a straight line. Without bending your elbows and knees, continuously push your hips to the right. And it's worth noting that I'm not mirroring you. So it might look like I'm pushing my hips to the left, when in fact I am pushing my hips to the right. You are welcome to follow my words or my body movement. Just know we'll do the right side of postures first. Relax your jaw, lift your chin, lift your chest. It's a very proud posture. You have so much to be proud of for practicing yoga. Inhale, lengthen your arms. Exhale, push and push and push. Change, inhale to come up. First back bend of the day. This is the only posture I can't show and tell at the same time. Take a deep breath, full lungs, keep your eyes open, relax your head all the way back as far as it goes. Maybe give your head a gentle shake. Look for the floor behind you, squeeze your butt, lift your chest, and immediately bring your arms back with your ears. Try to touch the wall behind you. So whole spine back bending from coccyx to the neck, lower back, middle back, upper back. Bend your total spine backward bending. Keep the weight in your heels. Inhale, breathing, push stomach, thighs, hips, everything forward and bring your arms back. Look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back. Good, change. Inhale to come up, stretch up, lengthen. Exhale, arms with your ears go down with a flat back, fold, hands to floor, relax your head. Go for a walk, move your hips, shake your head. This is a U-turn from back bending to forward folding. At the beginning of class, your spine might not be quite warmed up yet. Move your hips to get your lower back nice, relaxed, comfortable, easy, flexible. Padasana, hands to feet pose. Bend your knees halfway. You can grab the backs of your calves, your Achilles, or your heels from underneath. Step on all 10 fingers. Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes, and lift your hips up. Stretch your upper body down from the lower spine to the floor. Pulling is the object of stretching. You're trying to create a tremendous stretching feeling on the back of your body, all over, inside out, bones to skin, fingers to toes with this smiling, happy face. It's kind of poetic. Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your big toes, lift your hips up, stretch your spine down. Good, change, come up, arms with your ears, knees can bend, very nice. Arms down, and you stand a little taller. Second set, feet together, inhale, arms overhead, palms together, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross the thumbs, maybe switch the grip, other thumb, pinky finger on top. Weight in the heels, hips forward, arms back, stretch up, and slowly drop to the right as you press your hips to the left. Come down without bending your elbows and knees. Keep the weight in your heels, hips a little more forward, upper body back, touch your biceps to your ears, especially your right arm. Touch your right arm to your right ear. Push your left hip forward to get your two hips in line. Now bring your right shoulder forward, two shoulders in line. Open your chest like a flower petal blooming. Keep this alignment, get a little deeper at the end, come down, push, 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 change, inhale to come up, hips forward, arms back, stretch up, slowly drop to the left as you press your hips to the right. Notice if the left knee and elbows start to bend, right? Lock the arms, lock the legs, relax the jaw, and breathe through your nose. Keep the weight in your heels, hips more forward, arms back with your ears, push your right hip forward to get your two hips in line, bring your left shoulder forward, open your chest like a flower petal blooming, come down, push, and push, and push. Change, inhale to come up, second heart opener, take a deep breath, full lungs, keep your eyes open, relax your head back. Squeeze your butt, lift your chest, and bring your arms back with your ears. A big trick to this posture, squeeze your palms together. Notice if your wrists are bending and the hands are coming apart. Squeeze palms together, wrists straight, keep the weight in your heels, push your hips forward, and then push your arms away from you, bring your arms back, look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back, change. Inhale to come up, stretch up. Exhale, bend your knees, go down. Hands to floor, relax your head. Go for another walk, move your hips, shake your head. Notice what's a little bit more loose in the second set, what's still maybe a little bit tight and tender. Second set, here we go, bend your knees halfway. You can grab the backs of your legs or your heels from underneath. Try to wrap your elbows back, elbows to calves, shoulders to ceiling, stomach to thighs, chest to knees, face to the shins. Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes, and lift your hips up. Notice how this posture might feel different on a warm, sunny day than a cold, gray day. Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes, find your edge, lift your hips up, push your knees back, try to lock your legs. Change, come up, arms with the ears, palms together, knees can bend, very nice. Arms down, and you let that one go. Awkward Ookatasana, step your right foot to the right about 6 inches, hip width distance, insides of your feet perfectly parallel like 11s. Arms up, parallel to the floor, tricep muscles tight, nothing loose or hanging, all 5 fingers together, thumbs with your index fingers, abdomen in, Bend your knees, sit back and down into a chair. Feet flat position, spine straight to begin with. 100% of your body weight in your heels. Sit down halfway only, hips into a chair. Suck your stomach in and lean your upper body back. Depression to abdominal wall, contraction to abdominal muscles. Suck it in, hold it in tight. Sit down 1 more inch and lift up. Lift your chin up, chest up, lean back, fall back, way back. Change, inhale to come up. Keep your arms there. Press your hips forward, spread your toes wide. Now come up maximum on your tippy toes like a ballerina. Lift your heels, stretch up, bend your knees, sit down, lean back. Touch your head and hips to an imaginary wall behind you. Heels a little higher, knees a little higher. Sit down into a chair, but don't sit below a chair. Change, inhale to come up. Last part. Squeeze your knees together. Let your heels come a little off the floor and slowly sit down. Take your time. Listen to your body, stop whenever you want, or keep sitting down until there's a 1/2 inch gap between your hips and your heels. So squeeze your knees together and forward, lift your chest, re-engage your fingertips and triceps. Change, slowly come up, knees together, push the floor away from you. Good, heels down, right foot back, arms down. Second set, step your right foot to the right hip width distance, insides of your feet, parallel, arms up, parallel to the floor, tricep muscles tight, abdominal wall engaged, bend your knees, sit back and down. So in the first part, you can stick your butt out and lean forward to get your thighs parallel to the floor. Notice if your toes or knees are turning in or out. Keep the insides of your feet parallel, knees over the ankles, abdomen in, sit down and lean back. Lift your chin up, chest up, change, inhale to come up, keep your arms there. Press your hips forward. So notice if you're sticking your butt out right, try to tuck your tailbone under, engage your abdominal wall, and then lift your heels. Concentrate, meditate, levitate, stretch up, bend your knees, sit down. So abdominal wall engaged, heels a little higher, lean back, knees a little higher, triceps tight, sit down into a chair, but don't sit below a chair. Change, inhale to come up. Last part, squeeze your knees, thighs together. Let your heels come a little bit off the floor and slowly sit down. Take your time, listen to your body. The slower you do, the more strength and balance you gain. Stop when there's still a bit of a gap between your hips and your heels. So lift up, chest up, shoulders down, change. Slowly come up, spine nice and long. Good, heels down, right foot back, arms down. Eagle pose, Gaurasana. Look at your arms, identify which arm is right, which arm is left. Don't mix them up. Remember, I'm not mirroring you. Inhale your arms over your head. Exhale, swing your right arm under your left arm. Right elbow under left elbow. Cross first at your elbows. Again, if you can at your wrists. Palms together, thumbs towards your nose, pinkies away from your face. You can also interlock fingers, grab a thumb, or grab shoulders and give yourself a big bear hug. Pull your elbows down, one day fingers below your nose. Bend your knees, sit down into a chair, just like chair pose, awkward Ookatasana, stay down there. And bring your right leg over your left leg. Right leg over left leg, whoop, cross twist, and eventually wrap your right foot behind your left calf muscle. See all 5 toes visible. If your foot is coming out, sit down more. If you're losing your balance, arch your upper body back. Bring your knees to the right, upper body to the left, twist like ropes. Sit down a little bit lower, keep the weight back in your heel, lean your upper body back at the end. Good. Change. Feet together, arms over your head, left side. Swing your left arm under your right arm. Left under right, you can have palms together, you can interlock fingers, you can grab shoulders. This side might feel a little or a lot different. Pull elbows down, sit down. Try to keep your knees bent, hips low, weight in the heel, and bring left leg over right leg. So from the get-go, you want the weight in your heel, not your toes. Eventually, you're gonna wrap your foot. For me, I've got a little bit of a hip aggravation, so I'm not gonna wrap my foot. And for my flexi folks, just because you can do something doesn't mean you have to if it doesn't feel right, okay? You're just pointing your foot towards your calf, relax your right toes, keep the weight in your right heel, and breathe. Bring your knees to the left, upper body to the right, sit a little bit lower, lean your upper body back at the end. Good, change, feet together, arms over your head. Second set, bring your right arm under your left arm. Notice if your hands are to the left of your face. Pull your hands to the right, back to center, and then bring that left shoulder down. Try to even out the shoulders. Bend your knees, sit down, keep your hips low, and bring your right leg over your left leg. Think hamstring over quadricep, cross twist. Notice if your knees start to twist to the left side of the room. bring your knees to the right. So press your left hip a little forward, upper body to the left. You want wrists over elbows, elbows over knees, knees over ankle, weight back in your heel, sit a little bit lower, breathe a little slower, lean your upper body back at the end. Good, change, feet together, arms over your head. Last one, finish strong. Bring left arm, zoom, under right arm. One day fingers go below the nose, bend your knees, sit down. Try to keep your hips low and bring left leg over right leg, cross twist. We are transitioning into the balancing part of class. Sometimes when we balance, our ego gets involved, right? Because somehow it feels like we messed up if we fall out. So we like hold our breath, and we grit our teeth, and we get really serious. Make sure your face is relaxed. You're breathing normal. You're not taking it too seriously. If you fall out, you hop back in. It's not so personal. Sit down a little bit lower. Lean your upper body back at the end. Good, change, feet together, arms over your head, arms down. Party time, grab a sip of water if you want. Cheers, friends. Lovely to be here with all of you. I wasn't sure anybody was gonna come because I was like, it's so nice out. I'm glad you also value yoga. Okay, standing head to knee, Dandayamana Janushrasana. Shift your weight to your left leg, lock your left leg. So lift your left kneecap. Lift your right thigh up. You can point your toes, flex your toes, keep your toes flexed back to your face. And just by lifting this thigh up, you'll start to feel your hip flexor work. So you have an option to stay right here, or as you're ready, you're gonna round down and eventually pick up your right foot. All 10 fingers interlocked, webbing to webbing grip. Standing legs should be solid, concrete, one piece, lamp post, unbroken. You have no knee. If you've been coming for a while, you know your left leg is locked. No bend, no wobble. Inhale, breathing, slowly, gently lift your right leg up. Stretch it forward until your right leg is exactly parallel to the floor. No higher, that's too easy. No lower, that can hurt your back. Standing leg locked. If both legs lock from the side, legs make an upside down L, 90-degree angle like Linda. Start to bend your elbows down. Touch your elbows to your calf muscles. Bring your chest down more. One day elbows go below the calf muscles. Lock your knee, lock your knee, lock your knee. Change, slowly reverse. Out, shift your weight to your right leg. Evenly distribute your body weight on your right foot without grabbing the floor with your toes. Lift your left thigh up, point your toes, flex your toes, keep your toes flexed back to your face, abdomen in. Option to stay here, or as you're ready, start to round down. Pull your stomach in and see if you can pick up your foot. You're welcome to start with your knee and thigh higher into your chest so that you don't have to round your spine so much. This is a great compression posture. You're compressing, squeezing the front of the body as you round your spine. You know your right standing leg is locked. Slowly lift your left leg up. It's a real kick your heel forward, flex your toes back towards your face from the ankle. You're training your Achilles to stretch. If your standing leg is bending a lot, think about lifting your hips up so your knee is over your ankle rather than your big toe. If both legs lock, puff up your chest and then bend elbows down. Touch elbows to calf muscles, bring your chest and shoulders down more. One day elbows go below the calf muscles, lock your knee, lock your knee, lock your knee. Change, slowly reverse. Out. You can put your hands on your back and do a little back bend or knee bend. Throughout class, think back to that dedication or intention that you set for yourself at the beginning of class and make sure that the way you are moving your body in time and space is of service to that sankalpa, right? So if your intention was to be gentle with yourself and you're being mean to yourself right now, just keep that in mind. Second set, shift your weight to your left leg, lock your left leg, lift your right leg up. Flex your toes back, abdomen in, round down, pick up your foot, all 10 fingers interlocked, concentrate, meditate, hold your sankalpa in your heart space, and when you're ready, lift your right leg up. If both legs lock, bend elbows down. If elbows go below calf muscles, slowly tuck your chin to your chest, and put your forehead on your knee. Hold wherever you are for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your time as you reverse out, step by step. Good for you. Last one, shift your weight to your right leg, contract your inner thigh as well as your outer thigh, squeeze your right glute. Lift your left leg up, flex your toes back, abdomen in, round down, pick up your foot, all 10 fingers interlocked, concentrate, meditate, Don't forget to have fun. When you're ready, lift your left leg up. If both legs lock, puff up your chest and bend elbows down, shoulders down. Elbows go below calf muscles, slowly shift your focus. It's one of the hardest things you can do in a balancing posture, to go from looking forward to looking inward. Hold wherever you are for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly shift your focus back forward, arms straight, bend the knee, left leg down. Good for you. Standing bow pulling pose, Dandayamana, Dhanurasana. Feet together, bring your right hand up. Elbow touches the body, palm faces the ceiling. Bring your hand out to the right. Give yourself a high five for practicing yoga today. Yeah, reach back without turning or twisting your wrist. Pick up the inside of your right foot at the ankle bone, thumb with your index finger. Bring your left arm up. Right hip forward, knees together. Lift your left kneecap, point your right toes, take a breath, stretch up, and slowly charge your body forward. Simultaneously kick your right leg back and up. Take your time. Slowly bring the body down and the leg up. See the foot come directly over the top of your head. So from the side, 2 heels in line. Kick back and up, in other words, 2 shoulders in line. Touch your chin to your shoulder, shoulder blade scapula stretching away from the body. Kicking and stretching should be equal, simultaneous, 50-50. The harder you kick, you can balance forever. If you fall out, take a breath, hop back in, kick even harder. Slowly bring your body down to parallel. Body down more, leg up more, kick, kick, kick. Good, change slowly. Kick yourself up. Let's do the other side. Bring your left hand up. Out to the left, reach back without turning or twisting your wrist. Pick up the inside of your left foot at the ankle bone, thumb with your index finger. Bring your right arm up, left hip forward, knees together. Lift your right kneecap without grabbing the floor with your right toes. Point your left toes, take a breath, stretch up, and slowly charge your body forward. Take your time feeling the back bend in the body. So as you charge your body forward, kick your left leg back and up. Bring the right shoulder forward, left shoulder back, right tricep tight, all 5 fingers together, thumb with the index finger. Get your right arm exactly parallel to the floor, no higher, no lower, standing leg locked. So again, right shoulder forward, left shoulder back, kicking, stretching, equal, simultaneous, 50-50. The harder you kick, you can balance forever. Kick really hard. Lift your chin. Press your chest forward, stick your butt out a little bit, get the back bend. Body down, leg up, kick, kick, kick. Good, change slowly. Whew. Kick yourself up, take a breath. Thinking back to that intention, that dedication. Second set, bring your right hand up, out to the right, reach back without turning or twisting your wrist. Pick up the inside of your right foot, bring your left arm up, right hip forward. Lock your left leg, point your right toes, take a breath, stretch up, and slowly kick, stretch, and breathe. Kick into your hand, stretch forward, breathe through your nose. Keep the chin and chest lifted, left shoulder forward, right shoulder back. So make sure the back is bending here. Lift your chin and chest as you bring your belly button down parallel to the floor. So body down more, leg up more, kick, kick, kick. Good, change slowly. Kick yourself up. Last one, bring your left hand up, out to the left, reach back, pick up the inside of your left foot at the ankle, right arm up, left hip forward. Take a moment here. Sometimes when we don't give ourselves like a chance to just set up, we fall out kind of easily, right? So take a moment in the setup, lift up, and when you're ready, slowly charge your body forward. So one of the reasons why I fall out of a posture is because I'm like rushing through it. Maybe I'm like working on something and I want to try that like 3rd step of the posture. So I rush through the first 2 steps and then I fall out, right? So take your time, just savoring every moment, every breath, left hip down, right shoulder forward, relax your face, lift your chin and chest. If you fall out, take a breath, hop back in. I'm right there with you, almost to the end, body down more. Leg up more, kick, kick, kick. Very nice change. Kick yourself up. Come to the back of your mat, Dandasana, balancing stick, feet together. Inhale, arms overhead, palms together. Interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross your thumbs, lean back and stretch up. Step your right foot forward, a big step. Take a moment, shift your weight to your right leg, lift your kneecaps, point your left toes, stretch up, and now tilt like a slow moving seesaw. Arms, body, head, legs, everything parallel to the floor. So from the side, body makes a T like Tomas, but not a broken umbrella. Stretch, 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 change, very nice. Left foot down, right foot back, lean back. Step your left foot forward, stretch up, point your right toes and tilt like a slow moving seesaw. So the slower you go, the more you get that strength, the balance, the control. Once you're parallel to the floor, hold still, breathe, little adjustments, right hip down, right foot to the right, stretch, 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 change. Right foot down, left foot back, arms down, take a breath. Go again, second set, arms over your head, palms together, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs, lean back, step your right foot forward, stretch up, point your left toes and tilt. So sometimes just the setup is enough here, right? Keeping the arms with the ears, wrists straight, palms together, both legs engaged. One day you come down parallel to the floor, but it's always form before depth. Stretch, change, left foot down, right foot back. Last one, here we go. Step your left foot forward, stretch up, point your right toes and tilt. Chest down. Keep your arms with your ears, please. Biceps with your ears, chest down, chin forward. Lift your leg up, leg up, leg up, stretch. Good, change, right foot down, left foot back, arms down. Enough of that. You are welcome to come to the top of your mat and face the long side of your mat for the next 3 postures. I will continue to face you. Standing, separate leg stretching, Dandayamana, Bikram, Paschimotonasana. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, 4 feet minimum, arms down parallel to the floor. Turn your toes in, heels out, lock your legs, lift your chest, and swan dive forward. Look forward all the way down. Good, grab your heels from behind, roll forward, lift your hips up, touch your forehead to the floor in between your feet. If we're that simple, right? If you can't grab your heels, grab the outsides of your feet, maybe grab your pinky toes to pull. You can also start with your hands on the floor in front of you. Everybody roll forward, find your edge. So lift your hips up, lift your kneecaps up, lock your legs. First the leg stretching, then the hip stretching, lower spine, whole body stretching, 360-degree angle stretching, coccyx to toes, coccyx to forehead, touch your forehead to the floor in between your feet. Good, change, slowly come up, take your time, no rush. Step your right foot back to the place, arms over your head, and float your arms down. If your forehead touched the floor in the first set, take a smaller step. If your forehead was nowhere near the floor, take a bigger step. I had to think about that. Second set stretching, arms over your head. Step your right foot to the right, big step, arms down parallel to the floor. Make it make sense, turn your toes in, heels out, chest up. Swan dive forward, stick your butt up all the way down. Grab your heels from behind. If you can grab your feet, bend your elbows back. So in some styles of yoga, we would bend the elbows out in forward folds. In this style, you want to bend the elbows back. Elbows to calves, shoulders to ceiling, belly button to spine. Roll forward, find your edge. If your knees are bending a lot, lift your hips up, push your knees back, pull, stretch. Try to touch your head to the floor in between your feet. Good. Change, slowly come up, take your time, no rush. Step your right foot back, arms over your head, arms down. Wonderful. We continue. Triangle, Triphanoxana, a marriage of the heart and the lungs. Inhale your arms over your head. Exhale, step your right foot to the right. Big step, 4 feet minimum, arms down parallel to the floor. Push your hips forward, lean your upper body back, turn your right foot out, left toes in a little bit, bend your right leg and lunge. You're welcome to rotate your hips towards your bent right knee if it helps you sit down more. You can also take a bigger or smaller step. When you can't sit down anymore, lean back, keep your spine straight in the middle, and move your arms at the same time. If your right thigh is not yet parallel to the floor, maybe just the wrist or forearm in front of the knee. Look up towards the ceiling, touch your chin to your shoulder. So you want a nice diagonal line from your ankle to the crown of your head. You're never collapsing all the way down to the floor, but you're also not like completely vertical in the upper body, right? As you're ready, you're gonna bend your right knee more, sit down more. One day elbow in front of the knee, turn, Twist upper body back like spine twisting posture. Lock your left leg, keep your left foot flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your right leg, right toes in, left toes out. Let's do the other side. Inhale, bend your left leg and lunge. So eventually maybe your hips will face forward, but you're welcome to rotate your hips towards your left knee. Bend your left knee, sit as low as you can, lean back, keep your spine straight in the middle, and move your arms at the same time. You got it. Left elbow in front of the knee, right arm up to the ceiling, look up towards the ceiling, touch your chin to your shoulder, breathe through your nose. Push your right hip forward and down, push your left knee back with the help of your elbow, stretch your fingertips to graze between your big and second toe, but you're never touching the floor, never pushing any weight on the floor. So sit down more and then chest up more. Turn, twist upper body back, lock your right leg, keep your right foot flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your left leg, left toes in, right foot back to the place, arms up, and slowly with control, arms down. Just returning to that sankalpa that you said at the beginning of class to guide your movements, to guide your mind and heart and ego as well. Second set, triangle, inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, step right foot to the right, big step. 4 feet minimum, big step. Press your hips forward, lean your upper body back, turn your right foot out, left toes in, bend your right leg, lunge. Notice if your right knee is going to the left of your ankle and your butt starts to stick out, you want your knee directly over your ankle. Sit down, lean back, and move your arms. Elbow in front of the knee, hover your fingertips between your big and second toe, not your heel. Notice the difference. Look up towards the ceiling, touch your chin to your shoulder, push your left hip forward and down, so left thigh down, push your right knee back with the help of your elbow, and then bring right rib cage forward, left rib cage back, open your chest like a flower petal blooming, lock your left leg, keep your left foot flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your right leg, right toes in, left toes out, 2 heels in line, inhale, bend your left leg, sit down, be humble, move your arms, left elbow in front of the knee, right arm up to the ceiling, look up, make sure all 5 fingers together, thumbs with your index fingers, wrist straight. You want your wrist directly over your shoulder, so notice if your arm is going back behind you, arms should be at 6 and 12 o'clock. Sink your right hip down, lift your left rib cage off of your left thigh, abdomen in, stretch up, turn, twist upper body back, twist, 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 lock your right leg, keep your right foot flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your left leg, left toes in, right foot back, arms up, and slowly arms down. Wonderful. Next posture, we slow down a little bit. We start to prepare for the floor series by literally going down, going inward, standing, separate leg, head to knee, Dandayamana Bikaptapada, Janu Shirasana. Some people call triangle pose a marriage of the heart and the lungs, and then those same people call head to knee pose a marriage of the pancreas and kidneys, which sounds slightly less sexy. Second set, arms over your head, palms together, cross your thumbs, like triangles, a Vegas wedding, but this is like a second cousin wedding. Step your right foot to the right, 3 to 4 feet, pivot on your heels to one side of the room, turn your back toes in, push your hips forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times beyond your flexibility, 2 hips in a line, 2 heels in a line, backside foot, makes a 45-degree angle, stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and you go down, go slow. Chin to chest, abdomen in, keep your left leg locked. You can bend your right leg if you want. Touch your knee and head together, front side compression, throat choked, jaw relaxed, eyes open, breathing normal. Now if your forehead and knee aren't already touching, you can take a bigger step. You can turn your back toes in more, can bend your front leg more, tuck your chin to your chest, touch your forehead and knee together. However, the rounded spine postures can be kind of intense for the back. So if you have a history of herniated discs where this posture feels like it is pulling or tugging on your back, not in a good way, ease up a little bit. One day forehead and knee touch, but you're never forcing your body. Push your forehead into your knee, lock both legs, hands together, change, slowly uncurl, arms with your ears, hands together, yes you, head up last, good. Pivot on your heels to the other side of the room, uncross your heels, turn your back toes in, push your right hip forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, palms together, wrists straight, inhale, stretch up, exhale, tuck your chin to your chest and go down, round your spine like you're rolling up your yoga mat after class, chin to chest, abdomen in, bend your front leg, touch your knee and head together,
It's a compression posture, right? Touching a forehead and knee together sounds kind of arbitrary, but I actually think it's kind of a miracle. If you can touch your forehead and knee together, you're telling me you can round your entire upper body over half of your lower body, all of your vertebrae over one femur bone. True extension to the spine, true compression to the front of the body, true domain, true control over your own domain. Good for you. Push your forehead into your knee a couple times real quick. If your hands have separated, walk them back together. I know it's such a fun step to skip. Keep your hands together and then change. Slowly come up. A little bit harder now, right? Palms together, arms with your ears, head up, last. Good. Pivot on your heels, right foot back, arms down. So all of these postures have an order of operations, kind of like PIMDAS. Make sure you're not like skipping a multiplication before you do an addition, right? Second set, arms over your head, palms together, cross your thumbs, other thumb on top. So this is like P parentheses, E exponent, step your right foot to the right, big step, M multiplication, pivot on your heels, press your left hip forward, stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, division, go down, chin to chest, abdomen in, addition, bend your front leg, touch your knee and head together, front side compression, throat choked, eyes open, breathing normal, subtraction, bring your hands back together, balance, concentrate, meditate, strengthen and squeeze. Okay, so hands together, right? And we're gonna reverse out like PIMDAS and opposite. So once hands are together, lock both legs, arms with your ears, hands together, change. You uncurl like multiplication, head up last, good. You pivot on your heels like exponents, and then you step your, you pivot on your heels to the other side of the room, bad Holly. Turn your back toes in, push your right hip forward, stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest and go down. Man, my PIMDAS didn't quite make sense. Chin to chest, bend your left leg, touch your knee and head together. Stretch your fingers forward. But again, same thing, right? We round the spine, then we bend the leg, then we hit the head to the knee, then we bring the hands together, right? You're not like bending your leg when you go down, right? Hands together. Okay, so here we go. Let's try that again. So hands together, push your forehead into your knee, lock both legs, hands together, change. So you're gonna uncurl first without twisting your spine. Uncurl, facing the front of your mat, head up last, then pivot on your heels, exponents, and then right foot back, arms down, parentheses. I'm gonna give myself a high five there. Okay, come to the middle of your mat for tree pose and then toe stand. You're always welcome to give yourself a high five or a pat on the back in class. First tree, Tadasana, shift your weight to your left leg, lock your left leg and lift your right leg up. Touch your heel to your costume, sole of foot flat to ceiling. Slowly, gently, let your right knee drop down and back into a half lotus shape. Please never force your knees. Right hand up to the center of your chest. And if you can balance, left hand up, elbows down, spine straight, focus forward, balance and breathe. Good, change, right leg down. Excuse me, shift your weight to your right leg, lock your right leg and lift your left leg up. Heel to costume, slowly let your left knee drop. By the way, if you've ever sneezed in a balancing posture and stayed in it, like that's when you know you've made it, okay? Bring your left hand up to the center of your chest, and if you can balance, right hand up. Press your hips forward, lift your chest up. Think about temporarily eliminating any curvature in your spine. Good, change, left leg down. You can do a second set of tree. You can also try another fun posture called toe stand. Pick a spot on the floor, 4 feet in front of you. Don't move your eyes, it helps with balance. Lock your left leg, lift your right leg up. Slowly let your knee drop. You can bring one or both hands together, Namaskar. Pull your abdomen in and fold forward. Go down with a straight leg, hands to floor, lean forward, lift your heel, bend your knee, sit down. Walk your hands back to either sides of your hips. Whether you're in tree or toe, press your right hip forward, point your right toes, and bring your right knee back and down, so 2 knees in line. Left hand up to the center of your chest. Right hand up, palms together, elbows down, spine straight, come a ½ inch off your heel. Good. When you're ready, hands to floor. Lift your hips up to straighten your standing leg. You can come up on 2 feet or press your hips forward to reverse out. Very nice. Change, right leg down. Squeeze your right thigh, lift your left leg up. I'm going to show you from the side. So slowly let your left knee drop. One day from the side, 2 knees in line. Left hand up, and if you can balance, right hand. Fold forward. So you want to go down with a straight leg. Hands to floor first, then you're going to lean forward almost like you're doing a handstand. Lift your heel, keep leaning forward, bend your knee, sit down. Walk your hands back to either sides of your hips. So on this side, left hip forward,
Left knee down, point your left toes and stretch up. Left hand up to the center of your chest. Right hand, elbows down, chest up, come a half inch off your heel. Very nice. When you're ready, hands to floor. You can come up on 2 feet or reverse out with your PIMDAs, right? So straighten the left leg, push your hips forward, and then left leg down. Good. Honor yourself, give yourself high five, fist bump, turn around, Savasana. Head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. I'm going to adjust our camera angle ever so slightly. Wonderful. Okay. Savasana. Head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat, heels together, toes fall open, arms down, palms face the ceiling, eyes open, mouth closed, breathing normal. How many of you dressed slightly inappropriately today? Like a little too hot, a little too cold, right? Maybe you had to like take off layers, put layers on. Right? It's like my favorite part of this weird transitional season, or glimpses of the weird transitional season. We're probably going to go back to cold, right? It's not quite there yet, but this awkward like misjudgment of the weather. Well, the same thing happens in yoga, right? Like sometimes we're like, I'm going to crush this class. I have all the energy in the world. And we end up taking a nap. And sometimes we're like, oh gosh, I don't feel well today. I guess I'll come. I can always leave early. And then you end up like, you know, making a breakthrough in a posture, right? Sometimes we like misjudge the weather the same way that we misjudge exactly where we are in class. So especially during periods of seasonal transitions, this style of yoga in particular is super helpful because the postures stay the same. And so the postures are the same, right? And so then you get to see how other things change. So you might have noticed like your balance felt different today, or your like back or your chest felt a little different from the sun, from the warmth, right? From a different quality of air around you. So just keep that in mind when, you know, as the postures stay the same during seasonal transitions, you can, or other transitions, not just seasonal, but other stuff going on in your life as well. This practice is really powerful. It gets to be your control group. Right? So you watch how everything else kind of changes around it, how you change, right? How your mood changes, your relationship to the postures. It's a really beautiful gift that you give yourself, and it's a nice skill, a nice point of reflection in your day as well. So good for you for coming to class today. Paschimotonasana when you're moving pose. Bend your right leg up, interlock your 10 fingers, grab your right shin, nice tight white knuckle grip, pull your knee out to the right, down towards your shoulder, completely avoid your rib cage. Keep your head on the floor, look down the center line of your body, pull down extra hard, maximum pressure in your lower abdomen, massaging your ascending colon. Fun. Change, right leg down, bend your left leg up, pull your knee out and down. On this side, massaging descending colon. Try to keep your right shoulder on the floor, right sit bone on the floor, right calf on the floor. Freeze and breathe. Change, left leg down, both legs up, grab your elbows, each other. Give yourself a big hug for coming to class. Squeeze your knees together and down, keep your head on the floor, look down the center line of your body. Hold still, breathe. Eventually, or in the future, when the bone joint skeletal system has improved, the whole spine from coccyx to the neck will be flat on the floor. Squeeze tight, massaging, transverse colon. Change, arms down and eyes open. So things like, you know, in head to knee poses like compression to the pancreas, extension to the kidneys, or in wind removing pose, you know, you're massaging your ascending colon. You can take that with a grain of salt. Some people really believe it, other people don't. But as a yoga teacher, especially like as a white yoga teacher who's trying to appreciate rather than appropriate, I do think it's important to note like some of the Ayurvedic medicinal properties of the postures, because more and more, a lot of this stuff that like yogis have been saying for like 1,000 years is now being proven in like Western science clinical trials, right? So when I say you're massaging your ascending colon, you don't necessarily have to believe it, but just know that I'm saying it as a honoring of the heritage of this style of yoga, and also as a like, you know what, stranger things have happened. We're still learning a lot. Second set, bend your right leg up, interlock your 10 fingers, grab your right shin, pull your knee out and down. So notice if you're rolling way to the right, Try to get left shoulder down, left sit bone down, left calf down. Change, right leg down, bend your left leg up, pull your knee out and down. It's a really good posture for digestion. And it's also good for like opening, squeezing that hip capsule, right? So you want to keep your left ankle in line with your hip, your knee, your shoulder, pull down, squeeze tight. Change, left leg down, both legs lift up, grab your elbows each other, give yourself a big hug for coming to class. Squeeze your knees together and down. Keep your head on the floor. Look down the center line of your body. Breathe. Be still. Just enjoy giving yourself a big hug here. Maybe a moment of affirmation for your choice to come to yoga this evening. Good. Change. Arms down and eyes open. I had lunch with a yogi this summer who many of you would know. I'm not going to say his name, but he's a veteran and he's, divorced and like has talked with me about going through like hard phases in life. And he was like telling me about yoga and how much finding yoga had meant to him. And one thing that he specifically said, he was like, I don't know if I believe everything about yoga. And he specifically said like the ascending, descending, colon, I don't know. But he said, what I do know is that it healed a part of me from my divorce that therapy had not touched. Now, I'm not suggesting yoga in the place of therapy, right? Please take therapy as well as yoga. But it hit me, right? This idea of, I don't know if I believe about like ascending, descending, colon, but I know that this yoga touched a part of me, healed a part of me that had not been touched or healed before. And I think that's really powerful. And I think many of us have perhaps experienced that at one time or another with our yoga practice, not just the physical benefits, but like something that goes beyond that as well, this transformational power of just stepping onto your yoga mat and choosing yourself. Next, we do a straight leg sit up. If you have any concerns about your back, please skip the sit up, roll off to the side and meet us on your stomach. Otherwise, legs together, arms over your head, flex your feet, squeeze your seat, sit up. Good. Turn, lie on your abdomen for the spine strengthening series, starting with Cobra, Bhujangasana, good for your lower lumbar spine. Place your hands flat on the floor just below your shoulders so your elbows point up to the ceiling. Zip up your legs like a cobra's tail, toes and heels touch. Lock your legs, look up and lift. Stretch your upper body off the floor. Very nice, use 100% back strength. Come up halfway only, just your belly button on the floor. The rest of your chest is in the air. Elbows stay bent, they make an L, a 90-degree angle like a rectangle. Don't forget about your cobra's tail. Feet together, toes, heels touch, squeeze your butt. Lock your legs, push your feet down, hips down, hands down, look up, chin up, chest up, stretch up, breathe up. Good, change, slowly lower down. Look to your right, left ear on your mat, arms down, palms face the ceiling, toes together, heels fall open. As you inhale, feel the backs of your ribs expand. As you exhale, let your shoulders fall. Second set, bring your chin forward, hands flat on the floor just below your shoulders, feet together, toes, heels touch. Lock your legs, look up and lift. So you want to push your hands into the floor a little bit here. Sometimes people either overdo it by like straightening the arms or they hover the hands just above the floor. You want to find a happy middle ground. If you push your hands into the floor just a little bit, you do start to wake up the triceps and the upper spine a little bit better, but then you really want to lift the chest, press the feet and hips down. So feet down, squeeze your thighs, hips down, squeeze your glutes, press your hands down, lift your chest up. Good, change, slowly lower down. Whew. Look to the left, right ear on your mat, arms down, eyes open. Okay, bring your chin forward, Locust, Shalabhasana, arms straight position. Rotate your arms, palms face the floor. Bring your arms underneath you as best you can. One day pinky fingers touch. Lock your right leg, point your right toes and lift your right leg up to a 45-degree angle. Half of 90, see the foot come directly over the top of your head. Notice if your knee is bending or your hip is lifting up and your foot is coming to the left. Try to keep hip and forearm in contact. Lock your right leg. Change, right leg down. Relax your right leg, lock your left leg, point your left toes, and lift your left leg up. On my flexi folks, notice if you're pressing your wrists and your elbows down. Spread your fingers wide, instead root down through your knuckles, the space between your index finger and thumb, triceps and shoulders. Change, left leg down. Third part, tuck your chin and mouth down. Bring your arms a little closer underneath you. Spread your fingers wide. mouth down, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, point your toes, and lift both legs up. Come up, everybody come up, struggle a little harder, don't give up. So keeping your hips and forearm in contact is really good leverage, right? You wanna roll forward, shoulders down, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, point your toes, lift your thighs up, change, lower down, bring your arms out, look to the right, left ear on your mat, breathing in and breathing out. Okay, bring your chin forward, second set, arm straight position, rotate your arms, palms face the floor, bring your arms underneath you, one day pinky fingers touch. If your arms are a little uncomfortable under your body, that's normal, but if your arms are hurting, like elbows and wrists are ow hurting, bring your arms out to the side, no problem. Eventually arms invisible under the body. Lock your right leg, point your right toes and lift your right leg up. So the real locust pose is with both legs lift up. This style of yoga probably has like the hardest version of locust with the arms straight, the legs straight, the palms facing down. So we do a little bit of a warm up with one leg. See how high you can lift one leg? Anatomically, this is how high you can lift both at once. Change, right leg down, relax your right leg, lock your left leg, point your left toes, lift your left leg up. So practice pressing that hip into forearm, forearm into hip for leverage. Practice pressing your hands back so you roll forward, slide forward a little bit, shoulders down, heel up. Change, left leg down, grand finale, hold a high vision for yourself. Tuck your chin in, mouth down, mouth on your mat. Can use a little bit of momentum here, squeeze your butt, feet together, lock your legs, point your toes, and lift both legs up. So this is the real deal locust pose, like a plague of locusts, very biblical. Mouth down, shoulders down, knees, feet together, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, point your toes, lift your thighs up. Good, change, lower down, bring your arms out, releasing the tourniquet effect, look to the left, right here on your mat. Fresh blood rushes through your knuckles, wrists, elbows, and shoulders. The release from this posture is really good for carpal tunnel, tennis elbow, frozen shoulder, any scar tissue or arthritic joints in the arms. Full locust, Shalabhasana. Bring your chin forward, arms out to the side, like airplane wings, feet together, toes and heels touch. Lock your legs, squeeze your butt, point your toes, look up towards the ceiling, and lift. Arms, body, head, legs, everything lifts off the floor like a jumbo jet taking off, just your hip bones on the floor. The rest of your body's in the air. Look up to the ceiling where your eyes go, body knows to follow. This posture is really good for strengthening your back. You're stretching across the heart meridian on your chest. Try to keep your wrists in line with your shoulders, arms perpendicular to your body. Lift your thighs up, chin up, chest up, look up, come up a little higher at the end. Good, change, slowly lower down, tuck in your wings. Look to the right, left ear on your mat, breathing in and emptying out. Second set, bring your chin forward, arms out to the side, feet together. You can do it. Lock your legs, squeeze your butt, point your toes. I'm right there with you. Look up and lift. Everything lifting up. Keep your neck in line with the rest of your head. So you're not dropping your head all the way down, but you're also not like jamming it all the way back, right? Stretch your arms apart. Keep your feet together. Lock your legs a little bit more than you are already. Lock your legs. Lift your thighs up, chin up, chest up, look up, come up a little higher at the end. Good. Change, lower down. Tucking your wings. Look to the left. And let that one go. Take a big expansive inhale, feel the back of your body stretch. Super slow exhale, just letting everything soften and relax. Bring your chin forward, Dhanurasana floor bow. Bend your legs, grab your feet from the outside, 2 inches below your toes, thumbs with your index fingers. Point your toes, squeeze your butt, look up towards the ceiling, and start to kick into your hands. Very nice. Continuously keep kicking, looks good. Without stopping, without intermission, it's the kick that drives the posture. Roll forward once, reach between your hips and your lower ribs. Hold still. Do little sips of air in and out through the nose. In all of the other spine strengthening postures, we separate the arms and legs, but in this one, we bring the hands and feet together for a deeper back bend. Point your toes, look up to the ceiling, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, lower down, look to the right, left ear on your mat. So the harder you kick, the more you'll open through the front of the body, the chest, the shoulders, the deeper back bend you'll get. However, if kicking is like bothering your knees, maybe play around with kicking a little bit less, or keep this in mind, we kick in two directions. We kick back and we kick up. So play around maybe with kicking up more or kicking back more, right? You can shift that, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not going to think of it. Second set, bring your chin forward, bend your legs, shift that ratio. Bend your legs, grab your feet from the outside. Words are hard. Squeeze your butt, point your toes, look up towards the ceiling, and kick into your hands. So you're not just kicking back, you're kicking up to the ceiling, right? You're not just kicking up to the ceiling, you're kicking back into your hands. Equal, simultaneous, 50-50. Squeeze your inner thighs together, knees in, feet out, wrists straight, squeeze shoulders together, open your chest, kick and kick and kick. Good, change, lower down, look to your left, take a breath. Bring your chin forward, put your hands on the floor, push up, come to the top of your mat for fixed firm, Supta Vajrasana. I will show you from the side. Starting tabletop, open your knees, open your feet, point your toes to the back of your mat so the insides of your feet are parallel like 11s. As you're ready, start to walk your hands back and sink your hips down. One day you will sit between your hips. Between your heels. It doesn't have to be today or tomorrow. You can keep your hands in front of you, beside you, or behind you the whole time. The world is your oyster. Oysters. If you can sit down between your heels, put your hands on your feet, bend your right elbow down, stopping anywhere you feel a point of pain, left elbow down, knees never come off the floor, drop your head back, head to floor, tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor, arms over your head, grab your elbows each other and hold. I definitely ran into my coffee table here. Wherever you are is perfect. You want a gentle stretch through your toes, ankles, knees, thighs, and hips, but never a point of pain. Too much is too much, too little is too little. You want to find that sweet spot, and when you're in doubt, just return to that intention or dedication you set at the beginning of your practice and let that guide you. Change, put your hands on your feet, push yourself up. Head up last, very nice, turn around, Savasana, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat, heels together, toes fall open, arms down, palms face the ceiling, eyes open, mouth closed, breathing normal. Can I tell you guys something? I've told somebody this before, but anytime I go to like a workout class, like a spin class or a bar class, and they're like, set an intention for your practice. My intention is always don't die. That is always my goal for the class. I just tell myself, don't die. And you know what? I've succeeded 100% of the time so far. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, come to the top of your mat. Speaking of therapy, that's probably a therapy session right there. Open your knees, open your feet. If first set was difficult, try opening your knees wider. If first set was a walk in the park, bring your knees together. Keep your toes pointing back and then take it slow. You might find in the second set, you're able to sit a little bit deeper into the posture or not, right? Second set, we're using what we learned in first set to inform our practice. As you're ready, put your palms on your soles, right elbow, left elbow, drop your head to the floor. Tuck your chin and neck, shoulders on the floor, arms over your head, grab your elbows each other and hold. This posture is really good if you are like a bicyclist or a runner or a skier, or you do any sort of sport that involves like running or, you know, like bombing down a mountain or whatever that is, right? This posture works out the toes, the ankles, the knees, the hips, but you might not get very far and that's okay. Change, put your hands on your feet, press yourself up, head up last. Turn around, Savasana. So a lot of times when I talk to athletes who can't go very far into that posture, you know, sometimes they had like an actual accident where they like blew out a knee, and that's one thing. But a lot of times I'm like, well, why do you think you're tight? And they're like, I don't know, I've ran every day for 10 years. And I'm like, well, if it took you 10 years for your knees to get that tight, it's not going to take you one class for you to be able to sit all the way down, right? So just be patient with yourself. So much of our like repetitive stress is what makes our body a little bit tight. So the same way that, you know, running is repetition, yoga is repetition, through these postures, the body starts to open up, but you're never forcing. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, so a little bit goes a long way, always. Sit knees, feet together, hips on your heels, arms over your head, palms together, cross your thumbs, half tortoise, Ardha stretch up and go down. You're welcome to put one or both hands on the floor or go down forehead to floor, little fingers to floor. Tilt your pinky fingers down, reach your arms forward, sink your hips down, stretch, stretch, stretch. Change, come up, palms together, feet together, knees together. Good, arms down, turn around, Savasana. So too much is too much, too little is too little. You want to find the sweet spot. In general with yoga, I believe like less is more, until one day less is less. And that's when you go deeper into the posture, right? But again, you're never forcing, never fighting, right? If the sit-ups ever start to bother your back, you can always skip one or all of them by rolling off to the side. Otherwise, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. Less is more until one day less is less, and that's when you go deeper. Knees, feet together, hips on your heels, arms over your head, palms together, cross your thumbs, maybe other thumb on top, go wild, stretch up and go down. Biceps with ears, you want a neutral neck. So you're not tucking your chin in, but you're also not like back bending, right? Forehead to floor, little baby fingers to floor, active arms, wrists straight, palms together, reach your arms forward, sink your hips down, re-energize, reorganize, revitalize. Good, change, come on up. You can always put your hands on the floor and push yourself up, or arms with your ears, arms down, turn around, Shavasana. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Wonderful, come to the top of your mat for Camel Lustrasana, our deepest back bend. Stand on your knees, 6 inches between your knees and your feet. Put your hands on your lower lumbar spine, thumbs outside, fingers down to the floor. Keep your eyes open and start to look up towards the ceiling. It starts just as a question, right? Like, can I look up? Lift your nose, lift your chin. Can I relax my head back? Relax your head back all the way. At this point, you might find your central nervous system start to turn on. Option to stay here, or as you're ready, go back halfway, freeze in the middle, check in. If you can breathe, right hand down, grab your right heel, left hand down, grab your left heel, thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your heels. If you can't grab your heels, keep your hands on your back. It's a little safer for your spine. Press hips forward, lift chest up. When we open the front of our body and expose the front of our body, the central nervous system will often kick on. So if you're feeling a little bit dizzy, nauseous, or lightheaded, please don't take it personally. It has nothing to do with you. It's just your body trying to protect you from like a bear attack, right? So press hips forward, lift chest up, drop head back, change. Put your hands on your back, push yourself up, head up last, turn around, Savasana. Head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. So notice if the heart is beating, any sensations that are coming up. And again, they're not like, it's not personal. It's just your body doing its thing. So there are many times that we have involuntary nervous system responses, right? And sometimes it's like legitimate. Like if a bear is running after you, I hope to God your adrenaline kicks on, right? But there's other times where like your coworker yells at you and that adrenaline that's a biological response that's meant for bears is instead being turned on by like Susie, right? And like maybe Susie's like not the greatest person, but that's still not like a helpful response. So here's what I know about bear attacks. You can't process a bear attack until after it's over. This is also true with other involuntary central nervous responses, aka emotions and feelings. So only when we feel safe is your body actually able to process that stuff. Yoga is a really safe opportunity to be able to process, to be able to experience an involuntary central nervous response, and at the same time, know that you're going to be okay. So that when Susie yells at you at work next time, even if the heart rate picks up and the adrenaline pumps, you know that you're okay, And you know that you have a safe space eventually where you can process that. So yoga is a twofer. We're learning how to process it in the moment. And then we have this great tool of using our body to process other stuff from our day just by moving around and breathing. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. So if this posture makes you feel some kind of way, doesn't mean you need to like push past it and go deeper into the posture. It's just an opportunity to sit with yourself. Come to the top of your mat. Second set, you can open your knees a little wider, 8 to 10 inches between your knees, 6 inches between your feet. Put your hands on your lower back, squeeze your elbows together, keep your eyes open, look up. Lift your nose and chin, let your head drop back. So you're just gonna let yourself feel whatever it is you feel. One day, go back halfway. Eventually, or in the future, grab your heels, thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your heels. And you are just observing your own experience in your body in time and space, right? You're not attaching to any emotions, thoughts, thought patterns that come up, but you're also not ignoring them. You're just observing what's happening with your body in this moment, in the posture, in the back bend. Change. Put your hands on your back. Push yourself up. Head up last. Good. Turn around. Savasana. Head to the front of your mat. Feet to the back of your mat. So again, not only does yoga give us an opportunity to like kind of process stuff that's happened throughout our day, not only does yoga give us an opportunity to like feel what it feels like to observe adrenaline rushing or heart rate picking up, right, while still knowing we're safe. Yoga also gives us tools to like calm the central nervous system, which are forward folds, which you will notice always come after the back bend. So after our deep back bend, we're going to round the spine to calm and cool the nervous system. Rabbit, Sassangasana, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. Come to the middle of your mat. Knees, feet together, hips on your heels. Make L's with your hands like little bunny ears. Grab your heels from the outside, stretch up. Tuck your chin to your chest, go down. Chin to chest, abdomen in, forehead to knees, top of head to floor. Pull on your heels. Don't lose the grip. Lift your hips up. Notice how this posture might feel a little different on a 60-degree day versus a 30-degree day. If your grip is sliding on your feet or your feet are coming off the floor, ease up a little bit. Press down through the tops of your feet, ankles, shins, knees, squeeze heels together, lift your hips up, lift your shoulders up, round your spine. Change, hips down, slowly uncurl vertebra by vertebra, disc by disc, head up last, very nice, turn around, Savasana. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Do it again. Here we go. Knees, feet together, hips on your heels. Grab your heels from the outside, stretch up. Tuck your chin to your chest and go down, chin to chest. Stomach in, forehead to knees, automatically top of head to floor. Pull on your heels, don't lose the grip, lift your hips up. If there's a gap between your knees and head, you can walk your knees up one by one, but head stays in place. Squeeze your heels together, press your hips forward, lift your shoulders up, round your spine. Change, hips down, slowly uncurl, very nice. Head up last, turn around, Savasana. Almost to the end, everybody's doing great. Often in the last few minutes of class, our mind starts to wander to like, what's for dinner? What comes after class? Give yourself permission to stay here in this moment, continuing the mind-body connection. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. Middle of your mat and towel, head to knee. We're going to do 2 sets, but it'll go fast. Shalabhasana, right leg out, left leg in. Inhale, arms overhead, stretch up. Exhale, turn to your right, tuck your chin to your chest, go down. You can bend your right leg as much as you want to touch knee and head together, front side compression. Change, arms up, left leg out, right leg in, stretch up. Turn to your left, tuck your chin to your chest, go down. Interlock your 10 fingers up to the webbing under the ball of your foot. Flex your toes back, bend your elbows down, touch forehead and knee together. Change, arms up, both legs out in front of you. If you're skipping, sit up, stay here, stretch up. Otherwise, lay down, let your spine realign, and stop. Paschimotonasana Stretching, bend your knees, hook onto your big toes with your peace sign fingers, middle and index fingers, thumbs on top, scoot your butt back, right, left, 10 to 15 times. Knees can stay bent if it helps you keep a flat back. If your legs are straight, stick your butt out a little bit, lock your legs, stretch up, and fold forward, stomach to thighs, pull, chest and knees stretch, one day toes and head touch. Good, change, come on up, turn around, Savasana. Take a breath. Be here now. Second set, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Jani Shavasana, head to knee pose, right leg out, left leg in, two legs make an L, a 90-degree angle, hips stay square. Inhale, arms overhead, stretch up. Exhale, turn to your right, tuck your chin to your chest, go down. If it's easy to touch your forehead and knee together with a bent leg, keep going, see if you can straighten or even lock your leg. Bend elbows down, elbows to floor, stomach to ceiling, left elbow down, left shoulder down, roll into the left. Then change, arms up, left leg out, right leg all the way in, stretch up. Turn to your left, tuck your chin to your chest and go down. Make sure that your left thigh is not on top of your right foot. You want the foot on the inner thigh. Bring the right rib cage closer to the left thigh, right shoulder down, right elbow down, two shoulders in line. Change, arms up, both legs out in front of you, lie down, and sit up. Second set, stretching, bend your knees, hook onto your big toes with your Richard Nixon fingers. Now bend your knees, hook onto your big toes with your peace sign fingers, thumbs on top, scoot your butt back, right, left. Spiral inner thighs down, flex pinky toes back. If your legs are straight, lock your legs, puff up your chest, hold forward. So notice if the toes are turning in and the knees are coming out. Try to keep little toes back to the face, pull, stretch, lengthen. Good, change, come on up, turn around, Savasana. Okie doke, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Spine twist, Ardhamatsandrasana, Lord of the Fish. Bend your left leg on the floor, touch your right heel to your left knee. Right arm close behind you, left arm up, bend over, grab your left knee with your left hand, heel, and knee. All touch in one magical spot. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look over, right shoulder twist. You can keep your right hand behind you for balance. You can also take it off the floor and grab your left thigh with your right hand. Keep spine straight, chest up, rib cage open. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look over, right shoulder twist, twist, twist. Good, change, unwind, swap out your legs, bend your right leg on the floor. You can also keep your right leg long in front of you. Left arm close behind you, right arm up and over. Grab your right knee with your right hand, heel, and knee touch. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look over, left shoulder twist. Make sure you're not sitting on your right foot. Evenly distribute your body weight on both sit bones. Point your right toes, press your right knee down, left big toe down. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, pull your abdomen in, twist and twist and twist. Very nice, change, unwind, turn around, Savasana. 26 and 2 yoga is called 26 and 2 because it's 26 postures and 2 breathing exercises. We begin with Pranayama, deep breathing, and we end with Kapalabhati breathing, skull shining breathing. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Come to the middle of your mat, sit knees, feet together, hips on your heels, hands on your thighs. If it hurts to sit on your feet, don't do it silly. Sit on your butt, crisscross applesauce, but every once in a while, try to sit on your feet. It's a little bit better for the stomach in this posture. You're gonna exhale through your mouth. As you exhale through your mouth, pull your abdomen in. When your abdomen relaxes, your lungs will automatically take in air. So it's gonna look like Baby Yoda is just like blowing out candles over and over again. Concentrate, meditate. Don't forget to have fun. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Sit up nice and tall, lick your lips, swallow a couple times. Checking back in with that intention, that dedication one last time, and begin. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good for you. Honor yourself. Give yourself a hug. High five. Pat on the back. Very nice. Turn around. Final Savasana. Apologies. We ended a few minutes late, so if you need to leave, I totally understand. If you have time, make time. Final Savasana. Close your eyes. Open your arms and legs. Anything you're still holding on to. This is an invitation to let it go through the exhale breath. Take a moment to feel what you feel, how you feel, where you feel it in your body. Final Savasana is kind of like a victory lap, and you most certainly earned it, right? Good for you. You showed up to class. You honored yourself, your body, right? Your mind, your spirit. And now you're here. And all that's left to do is just enjoy and breathe. Take a slow inhale through your nose. Slow exhale through your nose. And all is coming.